Hello and welcome to Meteor Podcast. My name is Leo and today I got Mats with me.
Yes, I'm here too.
Yes. So, many of you might be wondering right now what this is. This is a podcast with live gaming, more or less. So, it's more or less live play. What do you call it?
A live playthrough.
Yeah, a live playthrough.
Exactly.
So, what we got in store for you today is playing the first Final Fantasy game. This is the PSP version, as I can recall.
Yes, and this is your first time playing this, correct?
Yes. So, I'm the one behind the wheel, as you can say. I never played the first Final Fantasy game. The only Final Fantasy games I actually played is like Final Fantasy 13. I played a lot of the MMO 14, and then I played some. I gotten halfway through 10, but other than that, I just maybe just started and tested some other Final Fantasy games. So I am a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise, but I actually never played through them all, so this is gonna be the most exciting part of this. It's me playing the games without knowing what's actually gonna happen, or even know where I'm gonna go.
And I'm kind of the one who has played the games, but I haven't played them all. So I have played the first two ones and then some others quite sporadically, but I have the gist of the games. So we both are basically fans who are playing, or I'm watching Leo playing right now.
Yes, and I'm just gonna check so that I have the chat up. Yes, so chat away if you have anything to ask or comments, or if you just wanna say whoa or hello. We will have our eyes on the chat. So it's a bit of participation for the people also, I think, so that everyone will know, like everyone will be part of this journey. So we're gonna play through the first game from start to finish, we will see how far we're gonna have a 2 hour long session, and we'll see how far we get. Afterwards, maybe I'll make some, if there are some grindy parts of the game, I will make it behind the screen without anyone have to watch me go through a bunch of stuff. That's not fun. That's not as fun as just going through the story. But yeah, so we will start off with the first game. We're gonna pick English because I can't read Japanese. But yeah, so we will start off with the first game, and then we'll see, depending on how it goes and how burned out we'll get, we'll maybe start off with the other, we go through each and every Final Fantasy game from 1 to the recently released, but maybe we'll switch up with some other games in between, just to get some, so that we don't burn out ourselves.
That we get RPG fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. So that we have something else. Maybe we have some special episodes with some special mini games or something like that from other franchises. So our focus is we're gonna have some games, a lot of games, not just Final Fantasy. So yeah. Let's see, so I'm gonna have to assign each character's name and class.
Yes, this is the good part.
Yes.
This is for your entire game, mind you, so you can't change.
Okay, so this is my whole party.
Yes, and if you click on it, you can change class, so everyone can be the same class if you want.
Ooh.
And there's my favorite one. Red Mage.
Yeah, Red Mage. Proficient in both black and white magic. Yeah, that sounds really handy. But I think we'll stick up with a decent party. So we'll start off with a warrior.
Yes.
Wait. How do I change the names?
I think you first will assign the class. Or you have auto name. I think you can.
Let's see.
Yeah, you have name generator.
Oh, okay, so I cannot write my own name? Hey, here we have it.
Okay.
Let's go. Yes, let's
I
see.
think you can't write. I don't really remember.
I mean, there's just the auto name, and then we have the.
Yeah. So I think it's auto name.
Yeah.
Only.
Let's see. Of course, we got to have the raid mage just because you like it so much. I think we need it. Elaine.
Elaine.
Dane.
Kyria.
Yura. Lola. Mid. Yes.
Yeah, mid.
Red mage is mid.
He is in the middle.
Yes. Let's see. I think we don't need a black mage if we're gonna have a red mage. I think. I don't know.
No, I didn't go through with that. I don't know. I changed out the black mage for the red mage when I played, and had like the thief and warrior as well. But you can basically get through the game with whichever class. So it's up to you, really.
Nimby runs circles around opponents. Right, specializes in bare knuckles attack. I think we take the monk, and then the white mage. Always good to have a white mage. Ruby. Let's see. Noah. Yeah, I like that. Let's go. Waltz. Yes. Let's take walls. I guess we're done here then. Here's our party with me, the mid, Noah, and Waltz.
Yes.
And then I'll press done. Begin the game with this party. Yes. So yeah, this episode is gonna focus on me and Matt discussing what RPGs has been for us, like the whole genre of games with RPGs. How did we start off with playing RPGs in the beginning, and how much does the RPGs means to us, more or less?
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna talk about it during this episode, but of course we're gonna comment on the game as well.
Yeah, of course, because there are things that are gonna happen in the game, and it's of course like a live reaction to it. The Earth decays. Okay, so something's about to happen. But people believe in prophecy, patient awaiting its fulfillment. But yeah, when darkness veils in the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Maybe we should watch this cutscene. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. So wait, so how did these guys appear? Were they just like, hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Or were they like chosen somehow? Okay, so wait.
We just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay.
This is how the game begins.
Yeah, okay. So here's the town. Oh, yeah, nice. But yeah, so Matt, what is RPGs to you, and how did it start off for you?
I think RPGs are my most favorite genre of games. I think it's really fun to be able to explore and to whatever in a large world, basically. And I have played a lot of older RPGs as well. So yeah, I have played older Final Fantasies. I don't really remember the first RPG I played. I think it's one like Final Fantasy 4 is one of the first, but I have also played a lot of like Tales of games before. So maybe one of those. It's hard to tell. But the freedom and the customizability of the characters are the most fun part of an RPG for me. What about you?
Yeah, so it's a good question. I think my first RPG was probably a RPG that it was. I think it was something in the DS, probably. I know. I mean, I played a lot of Zelda when I was younger. I guess you could. That's pretty much not an RPG, but it has some elements for an RPG.
Yeah.
So it more or less. I think it was just a slippery slope that made me like play RPGs sooner or later. The first RPG was probably some kind of like some Final Fantasy spin-off from the DS. And as you mentioned, the Tales of series has been like an opener for me, because I know I was at your place and you introduced me Tales of, and then I borrowed the copy from you and played it, and that's maybe there where it started, actually started.
Yeah, and I think JRPGs especially are the best part of the RPG games, I think, but that's probably because I gravitate towards the anime culture of Japan and that style of storytelling and art styles as well. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's why I find them the best ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we are so used, or not maybe used, but the Japanese culture has been so interesting for us, because I know we watched a lot of like series. Moved away, you fucking fat ass. But yeah, it's like we both watched anime a lot and all of that, so that maybe like made us more interested in priests. Okay, I'm gonna rescue someone. But yeah, it tilted us towards like the Japanese side of the RPGs. I of course have played games like Skyrim and other modern RPGs from the Western side, and I of course like them also. But there's something about the Japanese RPG. Whoa! Did you see her fucking teleport there?
You won't get in.
I won't get it.
She's blocking the way.
But like I said, I think there's some charm to a Japanese RPG, because they have like their kind of structure on how they are building them, and I not been that. I have never actually liked turn-based RPGs, but oh wait, I can buy spells.
Yes, that's how you get them.
Oh god, so I need to get my spells here.
Yes, and you can see who can learn them. So it's only the red mage in your party.
Yeah, he's like, yes, me, give it to me.
Pick me.
Pick me.
But of course we're gonna give it to the white mage instead.
Yes, of course. But yeah, so I guess I need some healing spells also. But so yeah, the RPGs for me has always been like my favorite like genre of games. It's like whenever I want to kill some time, I always make sure to play like RPG games. Always.
They are very time consuming as well, but you can spend a lot of time in them, I mean. So I think that's really good that you get what you pay for, basically. You get a long game that you hopefully will have fun with for maybe 100 hours or more, and nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Wait. Oh, you already know this one.
If only I had the time nowadays.
Yeah, it's
to
like
play
now,
all the RPGs.
Yeah, nowadays it's like you never have like the time commitments needed. You're like, one RPG takes like over 50 hours to play, and that alone will like, it's very time consuming.
Yeah, that's a downside, or it depends on the game, but if you want to play many games, you won't have the time to play like only a couple of RPGs per year, mostly. If you just stick with like the newest ones and don't replay games.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, now I'm gonna talk with the king here. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? True. Ah, yes, very shiny crystals. It's just as Lucams. How do you pronounce that?
Lucans, I think.
Lucans. Prophecy foretold. When darkness veils in the world, 4 warriors of light shall come.
That's not us, though.
Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yeah, we just found these crystals on the ground somewhere, I don't know. We definitely did not kill some person from walking around in the street.
Well, would we want to pretend to be warriors of light because we will get in trouble a lot?
Yeah, I guess. That they stand before us with the crystals, I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Yes, I will not rescue your daughter. Garland the Knight, once in His Majesty's service, has adopted. It shall be adopted now. I ask your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies in our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Shara, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Well, I guess. You gave me a reason now. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me.
But if you want to save the world, you need to save my daughter first.
Exactly.
I won't let you save the world.
Oh god, wait. Hold up. Is there something here?
Perhaps.
A report said that Garland failed north with the princess. Oh, the Chaos Shrine. Okay.
Yeah, it's good to talk to everyone you see because they give you hints. It's like the classic RPG format.
This is a really old, so that's understandable. The king is searching for prophecies, warriors of light. Those crystals, could it be? No, I found this in Family Market. But yeah, where were we? We talked about
like the time it takes to play RPGs.
Yeah. Like it's time commitment. I mean, as of now, like, wait, who's this? Oh, okay. So yeah, like, if we talking about like CD Projekt Red is like releasing Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably gonna be a really long game.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 was also like, if you want to do everything, more than 200 hours, I think. And I haven't even played that, so.
Yeah, I'm still not. I have still not finished that game. That's also a game that I want to finish, but never taken the time to actually do it. As of now, I'll probably do it in future, but we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna upset her. I'm the Queen of Cornelia. Please bring my daughter, my Sarah. Bring Sarah back to me safely.
But I thought you adopted her. Or sent her away for adoption.
She was not abducted, it was adoption.
Yeah.
See,
Garland did nothing wrong.
Oh shit!
Yes, you can run past
Woo!
this game.
Oh damn!
That, yeah.
Oh, it's a fast forward button.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, now I'm outside of town. So what's here? Over here. Okay, I cannot enter this place.
No. We don't have anything there yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was
So-
gonna buy Thunder.
Oh, right. Yeah. The first battle.
Hell yeah. I'm getting my ass beat. Magic? No magic.
No, you don't have magic?
Do I have even items?
Then nope.
Do I even have anything?
Yes.
I got a knife and I got gloves. Okay.
Did you buy? Was there a shop? I think.
Yeah. There was a shop. I just ignored him,
Okay.
so I didn't buy anything. Let's beat him up. Magic, fire. Let's beat the same dude. Magic. Do someone needs health?
I think you can target everyone as well with the magic if you like go with the like that. Now you will hit everyone.
Does he
but-
know, yeah?
What did you use on them? Was it?
That was on the spell. It's a normal spell.
Okay, yeah.
Hey. Oh, these fuckers are weak. Damn.
It's the first
Yeah.
encounter.
Oh damn. Well, I wasted some mana there, I guess. Oh, okay. It does jack shit.
Yes, did you read what it does?
Disarm all undead foes. Oh,
Yes.
that explains things. Well, I guess attack. But does magic consume NP at all? Like.
Yes, you have MP. You
okay.
see that?
Oh, okay, there I see it. Then I attack. We stabbing these boys.
But we can go back to town and check for equipment if you want.
Yeah, I probably need to. But yeah, back on the topic of RPGs. So, what is one of your favorite RPGs out there?
Well, my favorite game ever right now is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and that's a really weird game to put as your favorite RPG, I think. But I just find it so enjoyable, and the localization staff has done a really great job with translating the game to English. I think it's really funny. It has really witty dialogue, and it's just fun to play, I think. So that's my favorite game as well as my favorite RPG right now.
Yeah. Fun fact is my favorite RPG is like Paper Mario is of course a game by Nintendo. And my favorite RPG game is Xenoblade Chronicles, the first Xenoblade Chronicles game, and that's also an RPG game made from or is published by Nintendo. It's not Nintendo that made it, but
yeah, Paper Mario is also the ones who made Fire Emblem, so it's Intelligence Systems, but it's also published. So it's the same thing there with Xenoblade. It's published.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
Nintendo.
Yeah, so that's a really interesting thing, thought process to me. Like these games are like Nintendo only games, and those are like some of our favorites.
Yeah, we are probably Nintendo fanboys, so
yeah, probably.
we're biased.
Yeah, very biased. So now I stocked up. Now we can. run out. Oh shit. So yeah, but yeah, I really love Xenoblade Chronicles. It has like this turn-based system in a way that you are not really. It's kind of turn-based, but in a way that it's always it's always live action. Like the combat is always.
It's real time.
Yeah, it's real time. It's
like
real
tactical
time.
combat.
Yeah, it's real time, but it's like you have all these skills you can use whenever you want and all that. And there's you have the auto attack always going on and all that. Hi everyone who has joined the live stream also. What do we have here in the chat?
How many is watching right now? Because I didn't get up the chat.
We are about 5 people right now that's watching.
Nice.
So, welcome everyone who is watching. But anyway, what else can we? So like mentioned, RPGs are so massive. I'm trying to figure out here. Yeah.
But I think it's the thing I like about like turn-based RPGs that it's often quite easy to get into them because you don't have the pressure, at least in the older games, to make your turn. You can think through everything you do. So that's my favorite thing about that. That also applies to Paper Mario. So I think these are good games to start with in a way, these older ones, or there are of course newer ones who are like take turns and decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah, that's also like like I mentioned before, I've never been a really huge fan of turn-based, but I kind of grown to like it in comparison to like other games where I'm like, nah, I don't wanna like continue with this. But when it comes to RPG, like turn-based system, it's like you need to get used to it. It's not like it's easy, but it's kind of it's a tough love with RPGs.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening here. But so yeah, it's an acquired taste, as people usually call it.
Yeah, of course it is. And we are so used to nowadays having these real-time combats in almost every game, so that it's more active. We don't really have. There are of course many turn-based games left, but they have been phased out a lot during the years, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Oh damn. I probably need to go. Do I go to a search? No, I go to in, of course, to recover.
Yeah. I think we should have the money.
Yeah, I need to go back to the town. Schmack. So yeah, let's see here. Let's kill this goblin.
But what do you like about Final Fantasy specifically then?
So yeah, when it comes to Final Fantasy, I always liked the setting of like how it's building up, like how they build up the settings, and it's always kind of been about the story in some part. Like I always have liked like Final Fantasy stories. For example, I really liked the story in 10. I just didn't, like I said, I didn't finish it, but that was because I was trying to rush the game, so I was kind of underleveled. and got stuck in a boss, in one of the bosses. Oh yeah, this one thing also about these games is that you don't. It's you randomly come into encounters, and that is really annoying at some parts.
Yeah. If we ever get to 2, you will hate it because it has really high random encounters.
Let's do this. I'm so glad for the fast forward. Oh yeah, we got level up now. But yeah, so having this, oh my fucking god. Having these random encounters has always been a part that I really don't like. But now that we have this fast forward button, it's more or less less of an annoyance. But yeah, that's like been a part that I never that I never liked about RPGs. That we can talk about also. Like what things do we have we never liked in an RPG? What has made us like? What parts do we not like about them?
Well,
like
first to say. What did you say?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't like that you have these random encounters.
Yeah. I don't know, really. It's a design choice. I think it has to do with the limitations at the time, and
yeah,
it
exactly.
makes it easier to make a separate battlefield. Overall, I think. But I also think it has kind of a charm to it, at least for me. But another part of RPGs I kind of have a love-hate relationship with is the grinding sometimes.
Oh yeah, they usually always have some kind of grind. Oh my god, it's a crazy horse!
Yes.
Oh
it's
shit!
Basically unicorn. It's a crazy horse.
Oh shit! Was this lost in translation or something?
I don't know. The thing I know about this game is that they took a lot of inspiration from D&D, in fact, for the monster designs in this game. And then going forward, they have their own monsters instead, more and more. So you are playing D&D or different kind of role-playing game, so you will probably recognize a lot of names in this.
Yeah. Like we can see here, they have got the goblins.
Yes. But it's also, they took a lot of inspiration from the Western culture with this game. And I think I heard somewhere that it was due to them not having a lot of things to draw from in Japan. And then in later games they took from their own mythology and so on, when they had a more bigger, better graphics and bigger settings for the games.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting that they took inspiration from D&D.
Yeah, and that's really interesting about also in Western RPGs they also took inspirations from role-playing games.
Yes, every game.
Yeah. Oh, this is some weird shit. Probably not should be here right now because we're gonna.
Yes, we can come back later.
Oh shit.
Oh, you fast forwarded.
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's see. But yeah, that and that's one thing. What I really like about RPGs is that I was not into I didn't start with role playing until a couple of years ago. But when I started with it, I saw the similarity of it from these games, RPG games that I have played before. But if you go back to the topic of what we hate, as I mentioned, I didn't like the turn-based system, but
Yeah, and the grinding I mentioned, but
yeah,
I think sometimes it's like terrible. Like I understand that you have to grind if it's like a couple of levels or so, but some RPG games makes you grind for like 10 hours or more if you don't regularly fight enemies.
yeah,
So you really need in some RPGs you really need to fight every encounter. If you continue to flee, you won't be a high enough level later on, and that can be like hard sometimes. It depends on your play style, really.
yeah, exactly. Oh god, these are way too easy, these enemies.
I think you can use die on them, like the Dia spell.
Yeah,
Dia.
but I thought it was not worth it because
Yeah, no, not right now.
Ooh, leather
cap.
Leather. Equipment. Should I give it to him? Wait, leather. It's probably. Defense. Everyone has one in defense. Oh, except Waltz.
Yeah, no
Waltz.
one have a helmet equipped right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe we should give like the red mage a sword or something later on. I don't know.
Yeah, he got a knife. He got a knife.
Is he from Australia?
Yes, he's from Australia now. But yeah, I'm a guy. I when it comes to grinding, it's a give or take for me. It's like you said, there are good grind and there are bad grind. Now I can use the. So there's the grind where you're aiming towards a goal and you are expecting it to take a certain amount of time, and it's rewarding in somehow. For example, you're like grinding for that legendary weapon that you want.
You should heal, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Did you save, by the way?
Oh, good question. No, I did not.
No, we should save a lot. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, and then there's the bad grind that is like it's like an endless. Like to me, an endless grind is always like there's no meaning to it. Almost, it feels like it at least.
Yeah.
It depends on the game. Like you never know how the grind is like gonna end up, but it's like all these grinds that feels like there's no meaning to them. Then there's something wrong with the design behind the grind. For example, you have like these grinds in like MMOs. What you grind for MMOs is better gear in order to proceed, like in order to be able to do the latest like raid tiers and fight these hardest bosses that there are in the game. And I think that's a fine grind because I'm raiding in Final Fantasy 14, and now there's gonna soon be a new raid tier with the new patch coming up in December the 8th, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So with the new raid tier, me and my raid group is finally gonna have some time to do some more raid. And like the best part of the like raiding is like you like get better gear, and also you trying to learn like boss mechanics and all that.
Yeah. And it's fun to do in a group. Like if you play a RPG, you're often alone when you're doing the grind. So I think being with others playing is alleviating some of the hard times with the grind sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I need to find some stuff.
Some keys.
I need to find some keys. But yeah, so I think that's some kind of one good grind, because you're aiming, you have this goal of grinding towards better gear and become better at the game, or getting better stats from the game.
And I also think it's about how well the gameplay matches up with you as a player. If you find it enjoyable enough to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. Like sooner or later it will feel the same, no matter how much you play. Like I can get burned out from playing the same game all the time. But there are those hardcore gamers that like do not play any other. They have that one game they always play. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, a lot of wolves. Are you gonna flee?
Yep.
Whoa, meat has really low.
Oh!
Go to the pause menu. Can you change the formation? Yeah. That's what the problem is. No, we can't change if they are in the front or back row. So I think it's probably the ones further down will get attacked the least, I think, in this game. So right now, everyone will mostly focus on like Leo, and then they will go for Waltz. It's like percentage.
Yeah.
That they choose.
They need healing.
Yes. You can save as well again if you want.
Yeah, I probably need to save.
And it also depends. I think you can get through this without like going back, but yeah, we can at least try.
We'll try. I'm a little bit confused of where I am right now.
You can go back towards the entrance. I don't think you can do anything else down here. You will have, I think there are stairs in the beginning of the dungeon, like in the middle, this middle room. Yeah, right here. If you go around the whole thing, you will have stairs or a room. That's me in the morning, the ghoul.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, there.
Oh no, bats. Oh no, it's the night. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, who's there? The king's lapdog. Do you have any idea who you are messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. Garland will knock you all down. Oh, so it's a boss fight, finally.
Yes. The first boss fight of the game.
Yes. Oh yeah, he doesn't have magic. Do they get the abilities later on?
No, it's basically like magic, and then you can use some items to do spells as well.
Oh. Let's see. Let's give.
Like if you, for example, have a fire rod in your inventory, you can use it to use fire. I think it depends on the weapon. They have different spells attached to them. Some of the equipment.
Okay.
But yeah, protect is good. I think you can try to apply it to everyone as well.
Yeah, I think also.
But it's a higher chance of missing, I think, if you try to do it. But you can try. And
I'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah, both are protected. Oh yeah, it does a lot different.
Yeah,
difference.
But I think if you go down with the cursor, then you can like target all your allies as well. And no, I mean if you have chosen a spell, for example, if you have protect, and then you go down with the cursor, and you press it, I think you should be able to. But because you could do that with the enemy.
No, I didn't do it with the enemy. It was automatically on all the enemies. when I
Oh,
used-
okay. Perhaps it's not in this game. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah, one ally's defense. Yeah,
yeah,
you probably get something else later.
yeah. Let's see. I think I'll just cure and then fire. 20. Ha! You just suck. But yeah, so. Oh, that's also one thing. Like, what if we go back to what I like about Final Fantasy games? Like, bosses in Final Fantasy games are always freaking epic. Like, the designs of enemies and all that has always been a thing that I loved. That made me really like the Final Fantasy franchise.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, no. I can
It was
hear.
my headphones. I'm sorry, they died.
Oh, okay.
I'm I didn't die.
Yeah, but did you hear what I said?
No, not really.
Let's see. Farax asking, what would you choose? Be able to craft the gear from crafting materials you get from bosses, or random loot from bosses? That's a good question.
Yeah.
So
No.
it depends, like, on the game. Actually, there are some games that has both crafting and like crafting gear and getting gear from loot. So the as I said, it depends from the game. Like, you have Monster Hunter where you craft the gear by killing monsters and taking the parts to craft better gear. And then we have probably like, well, in Final Fantasy case, like, when did they have crafting in Final Fantasy? Like, I know they had crafting in some of the games, but
Yeah, it's not really that like involved or evolved. Really, it's not that complicated in Final Fantasy. What I remember, it's usually just like, yeah, have these two things and combine it. It's not really that more than that in Final Fantasy.
yeah.
But it's a while until they have that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like both ways. It's like they both has their ups and downs. But when it comes to random loot, I'm not. I have sometimes I don't like having random loot. I think a good game is when they reward you with something you know you're gonna get rewarded with. For example,
Yeah, that you can use.
yeah, something that I can use. There's like one thing that I kind of think it's kind of useless is when they have like these best weapons that you can get and best armor you can get when you're at the end of the game, when you finish the game and you're like, there's nothing else, like you're only getting these because you can get these, and these are like the best gear you can get. And I think that's kind of ruins, like, why would I get these things? Like, it takes too much time to grind them to start with, and then when I actually get them, there's like, I got no use for them because I already beaten the game and I have already done most of the game's like core gameplay. I mean there are like parts like, yeah, you can do New Game Plus. New Game Plus is something we can also discuss. New Game Plus is like you replay the game, but you get to keep certain aspects from your last playthrough. Like you can keep the amount of money you have and maybe equipment and all of that.
Yeah, that's right. And I think just to praise Tales of even more, even if we don't play it right now, but they have a really good New Game Plus system where you can choose what you carry over depending on the amount of grade you have gotten. Like, you accumulate, you get a lot of grade for each battle. Like it's only like up to 10 or like 99, I think, depending on the game. But you can use it to basically choose what you want during your next playthrough. So I think that's a really good system. I think that's my favorite New Game Plus system.
Yeah, it's like this extra currency that you're getting, that you use whenever you finish a game and restart it.
You got the loot.
Yes, I got the loot. But yeah, when it comes to like random loot, I think when it comes to loot, getting loot from bosses, like I like how they did it in how they have it right now in Final Fantasy 14 in the MMO. It's like you get a special loot, like you get a special chest from the bosses that more or less specify only an armor piece, and when you open the chest, you get that armor piece for that specific class you are right now. Yeah. So for example, if I'm a warrior, I get loot specified for my class when opening that chest, which makes it guaranteed that you get the loot that you want, and not that you're like sitting there, everyone is, and you get the loot for, let's say, white mage, and no one is playing a white mage. I mean, why shouldn't we have a white mage in our party? But let's say we don't have a white mage in our party, and we get the loot from a white mage. Well, no one wants that loot.
So it's worthless.
Yeah, so it's worthless, and now we need to wait one week until the loot resets from this boss, and we can play it again in order to get more loot. So that's a really good implementation of like getting loot from bosses, I think.
Yeah, I think it's more fun for me as well to have it guaranteed, like what you get. But of course, it depends on the game.
Yeah,
as well.
It like for me, it's like I got a friend that always says like, why should I play this game if it doesn't like respect my personal time? And I think he's right on that. It's like, why should I play a game if it just disrespects my time and just wants me to play that game constantly without getting nothing, when not getting any progress or like something in return for it.
Yeah. I wonder how long this bridge took to build.
Well, apparently it took you like less than 5 minutes. Yeah, let's see. Let us go and sleep and make sure that we are stocked up in potions. Oh, I got like 700. Pleasant dreams.
And of course, I think it's okay when you have like this random chance as well. But oh right, that dude. He's important later. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
He just leaves.
He just leaves.
Yeah, but of course there are random chances in Final Fantasy as well. I think there are random chances to get certain gear from bosses in this game as well. But you can still get it, and that gear can be gotten in other ways as well. So you're only not always stuck with the one way to get it. So I think that's important as well, that you can do it in other ways. Because sometimes you won't know if the boss has a particular weapon you want. So yeah, it depends on how they do it in the game, like with how you can get certain gear, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got
rapiers.
Let's see, and then gonna check some gear also. But yeah, and I can like go with that also. Like, let's see. I think I'll upgrade.
Or let's say like this, I like having the option of knowing what I can get from a particular boss or, yeah, particular place.
Yeah, that's also...
It's fun to be able to get to know, like, you can see, oh, they have this, or they can drop this when you have defeated the boss or the mob. You can see that, oh, they have this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like having, like having the confirmation of like having this safeguard of telling you like you know what you can get from this is also good, because if you go in blind and don't know what you're gonna get from a boss, then why even bother going to the boss? Well, you're probably gonna look it up in a like in a guide on what the boss will give you, but then after that you will not do that much after that.
Yeah. The goblins exploded your world. They are back. Well, that was easy.
Yes.
Over the bridge.
Yes. Let's go. And the goblins is in my way. So yeah. No one has.
And this is the end of the game. No, I mean.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it. Well, that was the game. Let's take a 1 minute break. And so the quest began. Oh shit! Did I skip it?
I think you skipped it.
Well. It was too slow, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it basically talks about, yeah, the quest begins, you have the crystals, you will need to get... Yeah, the lizard.
What the fuck is that?
I'm used to that, so I didn't even think about it.
Holy shit! What is his head? The fucking pine cone?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that lizard. Oh, fuck. It took me by surprise. Oh shit, he is actually tough.
Yeah, they are getting tougher now, but it's not too tough, I think.
Oh god. But yeah, so...
Yeah, but you have the crystals, you are the warriors of light, you will try to restore the crystals. That's basically what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
so that's what he said.
So the basic story things.
Yeah, and each crystal has one of each element then that we are trying to restore.
Okay.
That's what they talked about in the beginning, like with the earth and fire and
yeah.
The balance of nature. What do you think so far of the game?
Well, it's kind of fine. Like for its age, I understand why it got so popular. That fucking lizard, man. Holy shit. But
haunting you.
Yes, but for its age, like this is a kind of quote unquote a remake or like a remaster.
Yeah, it is kind of, I would say, a remake, because in the original they had this, like, you know, D&D, the magic system, you have certain slots, so they had that for each level of spells in the original. So they have changed it in this remake, so you have MP and so on.
Yeah.
So that is different.
Oh my fucking god. Oh,
right. You should try to hit everyone if you can, but I don't know. Or do you want to flee? I think you can take them.
Yeah, I'll take the risks.
Yeah, you haven't equipped the monk with anything, right? Or black belt, I think it is. because he damages better without any weapons. You haven't like equipped anything to him, right? Like, yeah, you can't. Yeah, equip. Yeah, he has nunchucks, but yeah, I think he hits harder without anything. But we can have those right now.
Yeah, we'll see and try and see how it will. Let's
because that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
But you can't hit. Deals fire. Yeah, one ally and one foe. Oh, that's.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's that.
It's probably later.
Yeah, probably later unlock some spell that gives me like multiple enemies.
I'm going through Final Fantasy 3 myself at the moment, so I have everything mixed up with these older games.
Yeah.
Right now. I remember the story and what you're supposed to do, but yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. But anyway, so... Oh yeah, he doesn't... but yeah. We'll see how it turns out for these spells. Where were we now? We talked about...
Yeah, we talked about what you thought about this game so far.
Yeah, okay, yeah, my thoughts about this game. So, yeah, like I said, it's fun so far. Like, for its age, like how old it is, it's I can see why people liked it, and I see the reason why it became so big. Like why people. How can you say it? Like the reason they did why these games are called Final Fantasy is because it was supposed to be the final game for.
Yeah, they have like said different things about that, but it was basically they were doing really badly at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
When making the game, so that really affected the name. But they were also talking about they would have gone with like any word beginning with F that worked, but Final fits really well because it could have been one of their last games ever.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, what the?
Yeah,
that's disgusting, man. Let's see. She needs to heal her. Oh,
but I think it's kind of cool that it's named Final Fantasy, and now we are having Final Fantasy 16 in a couple of years, or soon.
Yeah, it's kind of funny in a way, and it's kind of ironic. But I think the name itself, Final Fantasy, is really catchy. Like catching, a lot.
It's easy and it's easy, but it's good as well. It's hard to explain. Like it.
Yeah.
You recognize it right now, and even if it's so simple, you can have a really good name. That's also fun. Like you don't have to have this really complicated, thought out name that is specifically talking about this game, like only this game. That you can have just a wider name that could work for like any type of game. And Final Fantasy has had like a lot of different games, like they have a lot of different themes and how the games work, and they all have the same name.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it just rolls good. It rolls good in the tongue to say it.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have. We can hammer. What? Can the white mage use a hammer?
Yeah, the white mage can use a hammer. Don't question it.
And I don't know if we should buy a broadsword or battle axe yet. We can wait, I think.
They're kind of expensive.
Yeah, we don't have that much skill.
I do have gil for the scimitar.
You can buy 2 of those if you want.
Let's do it. No, I don't want to buy it again. So yeah, but that's like also one thing that I really like about like role-playing games or RPG games is they have these really cool names. Like there are some bosses with really cool, like they sound really menacing when you say their name.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We don't have any shields yet, or
Yeah.
we perhaps haven't just bought. I don't know how it works in this game. You need to go back and go up, press B, yeah, and remove, yeah. I don't know how it works in this game. I can look it up real fast about the like monk in this game.
Yeah.
Because it's usually in Final Fantasy you don't want to have anything equipped in the hands at least.
Yeah.
Like weapons. Final Fantasy 1 monk.
So yeah, I could probably sell the old stuff. Staff.
How is the chat doing?
It's kind of calm right now. We haven't had any questions so far. Let's see here. I can sell the rapiers. Rapiers. I'll keep the nunchuck in case.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I need to find the inn somewhere.
Oh, okay. They say he gets better after a certain level, like unarmed, so we should have it equipped.
Okay.
Right now, it's kind of weird. I don't know why it's like that in this game.
Maybe you get some kind of skill or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some pirates. I don't want to fuck with them right now. I need to find... There's an item shop.
Yeah, we can look if they have any. Do we have any Phoenix Downs? Oh, they are expensive.
Yeah, they're really expensive. But I can buy some more potions. Oh, the potions were cheaper here. Now I got 10 potions just in case. Let's see here. But yeah, what's else there to talk about?
RPGs.
There's a lot to talk about RPGs.
Yeah.
Well, something that's really big about RPGs is like having stats and trying to optimize stats in some ways. Like we have the HP, and then we have all these kind of strength, agility, intelligence, stamina, and luck, and all these kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's weird because I don't mostly think about them that much. It depends on the game, but in Final Fantasy I'm just like numbers. It's the same with like Pokemon. I don't really.
Yeah, exactly. And Pokemon is also kind of like an RPG, just that it's an RPG where you can have a lot of characters to play as.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, those are probably one of my first RPGs, like Pokemon.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's... Oh shit, 50 gil to stay.
Yeah, but what do you think about... Do you like having the option to have a lot of classes to switch between, or do you want a fixed party? Like, you have this story and you have these characters and they are only one class and you just level them up. Or what do you prefer in an RPG?
Well, I prefer RPGs that like give you options, but like for example in like Tales of Games, you have this option to like you have this array of characters that you can choose from, and all of these characters are specialized in something. I like that. It's like I don't have to think too much about what does this class, what's best for this class, or what's best for this class, because these characters have their like they have their unique weapons and their
and
equipments about what they are using, and it makes it easier for me to just, well, if it gives them better stats, I'll take that one.
Yeah. It can be too much sometimes with the character customization. Like if you have a lot of classes and you don't really know what's the best thing to do. It depends. Like
oh
I
boy,
think Final Fantasy. How will we do this? You can try and see if you can kill. Did you save?
I haven't saved.
I don't think you can flee this battle.
Does it say anything? No, it doesn't.
No, I don't know.
I'll try it out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but like I said, like it can get too much sometimes. Like if you, I have seen the later Final Fantasies. They have like, oh, you can do this character and you can make it every class possible, and then I just get confused and lost because I don't know what's the best thing to do, because some classes doesn't really work sometimes as intended.
Yeah. Oh, these guys are really easy.
Oh yeah, they were. But I also think it's fun to have a lot of like options, and like if you want to try out a lot of jobs you can, but it's really hard if you want to max everything. Like, oh, you can do this job to level 99, then it gets really, it's a lot to do, really.
Yeah. Wait, what do I use? The protect when they do like 1 damage only. But yeah, like one thing that's really fun is like there are times when optimizing is fun, and it like it's different depending on the games, and it depends. Like if you have only one character that you focus on, and you know that this character, like you have so many options of this for this character, then it's okay. But when you have like a big range of characters that you need to focus on, then you want to have the simpler system of having like to balance the optimization parts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Iron Doom 1 asks, what is the worst RPG you ever played?
Oh,
that's a good question.
That's a really good question. I need to think a bit. The worst. You think you would remember the worst RPG you have played?
Well, I know which is the worst. I played recently.
Which one?
So if I would to shoot, like the first game I get in my mind right now, this is gonna be really ironic. Actually, this is gonna be really ironic. So the first one that comes up in my mind, and it's because it's it's the recent I played. Like it wasn't that long I played it. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
The follow-up.
You talked about it.
Yeah. So the follow-up game for my favorite game, I think that's the worst RPG game I ever played. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad or something like that. I still enjoyed playing the game. It had some good aspects in it. It's like they did a lot with the combat system that just made it better in some ways. But there's so many. It's like that game had so much bad. Oh, I got the ship. Oh my god.
Yes. It's a pirate. What did you expect?
Yeah. But yeah. So that game had it had some ups and downs, and it had more downs than ups, which made me hate it more than I actually liked it. It's like
it's a really praised game, though. Like
a
lot of people seem to like it. I haven't played it yet, so
yeah, it's like it's that kind of game that you either you hate it or you love it. Like my stake, like the stakes I have with a game is mostly that there's so many things in a game that shouldn't even have existed in the game. And I could go on and ramble about, oh, this is some interesting enemies. I could ramble about the quote-unquote gacha system they have in it, but it's not really a gacha because you're not actually using real money on it. So it's like it has so much stuff that makes me just wanna die inside when I like try out things. I think I'm a bit too low level for these guys.
I think you can try. You did save, right?
No.
You should save.
I'm too used to autosaves.
Yeah, but I think like gacha really depends on the game as well, because I'm playing Genshin Impact a lot right now.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but I'm trying to go as free to play as possible, but I still like buy these like that gives you Primogem or like the currency every day. But that's just a small fee each month for me, so that's not really like that much money. But I usually don't tend to spend a lot of money on that. But I wouldn't imagine that working good enough free game. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 costs money, but like like a gacha system in a game that doesn't really need it. That's just weird. It's not designed for that, really. Like the gachas are supposed to generate money.
Yeah, like
it feels weird.
Yeah, so this guy, it's like I can go on with a gacha system. It's like that thing is kind of one of the major. It's like one of the minor things that I don't like about that game. But there's a lot of like you got these weapons that are like people, quote unquote people, and they're called blades. And these characters or these weapons then have these abilities that's connected to exploring around the world you're in. And if you don't have that one skill that a specific character like Blade has, then you're kind of stuck.
Until you get the right blade.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's one thing, like they handle it pretty good when it came to the story, because you could never get stuck in the story. But if you wanted to explore, like you wanted to go to a specific place, and you needed a skill that your blades didn't have, then you were like, I cannot. It ruined like the exploring aspects of the game, because then I had to like come back and try to remember where all these locations that I've been to, like trying to remember where they were again. Of course, they had parts like they. Oh shit! I think I went a little bit off track there with a boat, and I'm not really sure where I'm going right now, but
that's the fun of this. That's the exploration.
Yes. This is like what I like. I can explore at my own leisure. Less fun that I'm getting blocked because of random encounters, but
I realized what my the RPG I hate most is.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, that's a hot take.
I don't like it at all, because of like it feels way too easy. That's the main gripe I have with the game, because of course it's aimed at kids, but the older ones have been much harder, I think.
Yeah.
So it feels like they are just phoning it in at this point. Like they take away Pokemon, they make a really cheap looking game. Like they reuse animations. I don't know if that's true, but it looks like it, and it doesn't look like a AAA game, really.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
I haven't played it myself, so I can't really quote on that. But I know that what other people have said, they've said like the same thing. I understand why they like took away some Pokemons, because they're getting to the amount of Pokemons that it's freaking. It's bonkers on how.
Yeah, like almost 900, I think.
Yeah, like implementing animations to all those Pokemon. That's a real feat. Like, I wouldn't be able to imagine how much time that would even take for like a game to develop that even. So I think it's props to the developers to even be able to implement, like, even though they reused or maybe reused some of the animations, I still think they like, and I think I've seen some comments about the animations being lazy, like they're not that good in some parts, but I don't know, it's if you know how to develop a game, you really know how long it actually takes to do all of that. I think.
Yeah, and they know how to make good games. I don't think they couldn't have like got rid of everyone from the old like Pokemon games. I think they know how to make good games. It's just that for some reason they are making it too easy right now.
Yeah. Oh, come on, move. That's also
and
one.
I have had fun with the game. It's not that, it's just that the difficulty makes it boring after a while.
Yeah.
When you're never challenged in any way. So it feels like kind of pointless after a while.
Yeah. Casting spells raises one ally's evasion. Oh, it was kind of expensive. Oops. I guess I'll go with that.
But what about food money?
But yeah, so as you mentioned, like, one thing I think about when it comes to Pokemon is that why do they need to keep like older Pokemons in from the older games? Because I think they could have done it just as good just with going with like only new Pokemons in the games. That would have helped them.
Have you explored here?
No, I haven't been here.
Okay. I hope we don't die. Oh.
Ouch.
Okay, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but I'm not fucking around with this. Oh shit.
Well, you are. No, okay. Yeah, but I don't know if that's where you're supposed to go.
No, I think I'm going north, maybe. I should probably talk with the people in the town I was in.
Let's see. Yeah, but about Pokemon.
Yeah, so
what did you say?
yeah, so I don't think they need to have like every Pokemon in the game, because if you have like the first game, you already have those Pokemons in that game to catch. So why have them in, like sure, it's cool that they implement older Pokemons in the newer games. I can dig that, but I think it would be just much better to just focus on new Pokemons and have them like be part of that region that you're playing. Like those Pokemons are specific to that region. Maybe throw in
the only ones.
Yeah, maybe throw in some like those that people that are like people's favorites and all that.
That's. I think that's the main problem. Like people's favorites.
Yeah, it easily becomes that people want their favorite Pokemons on their like their in their game, which becomes like the main problem.
Yeah, I think that's a real balancing nightmare in the game, because you need to balance all the Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you even do that in a good way right now? I don't know.
They probably have some. Oh shit, he missed. Yeah.
By the way, you were going the right way. You're supposed to be down there.
Oh no.
So you're going back.
Oh fuck. Well, I need to go back and restock a little bit, I feel.
Yeah.
I also want to buy some more potions just in case. And see if I can upgrade some armor. She should heal herself.
Woohoo! Kill all the sharks.
Yes, and I got level up also.
Which level are we right now? I don't even.
Let's see.
Oh, 8.
Level 8.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, let's return.
Are you going back to town?
Yeah, I'm going back to town. I want to restock on some things before heading out. Even though I still have all my 10 potions, but it could be good to be on the safe side.
Yeah, be prepared. Do we have the money for better weapons now?
I think, well, no.
No, for one, I think.
Yeah, for one, but I'll save the money
We can save. I think we're coming to a new city soon, so.
Let's save. Where was the? Oh yeah, the inn was at the top.
No!
You fucking bastard! This is also one thing that's kind of grinding my gears. That they have to put hitboxes on the NPCs.
And they have like a route they're walking.
Yeah. Or random. Well, I guess they're.
Oh, I think that one is random, but some of them have route. But yeah, then they can walk like in the way of everything, and that's annoying.
Yeah. What does he say? Okay.
Well, we have seen that, I guess.
Yeah. Let's save here also.
I don't know, I think it's really fun to watch someone play this game. Even if I have already played this. It's weird.
Yes. It's kind of fun. Like I'm enjoying the game right now. It's kind of addictive in a way.
Yeah, it's always fun to see where a game series or franchise comes from.
Yeah.
I've also like wanted to try playing the older Dragon Quests because I'm getting into it, the like newest one. I think it's 11.
Yeah.
And it's also like Square Enix and all that, but yeah, it's kind of fun, a fun series that as well, but it's different. Like it has this like more, I think, cartoony style with the monsters and all that, so it's like Final Fantasy in a lot of ways, but it has its own charm, and I think that's so fun with that series.
Yeah. And also,
I don't know if you have played any of those games.
No, I haven't played any Dragon Quest. I think a lot of what's making me not like want to try it out is probably because, well, I don't know. I somehow get disturbed by the Dragon Ball art for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's Akira Toriyama. Right?
Yeah. It's nothing wrong with the art, but I when I see it, I just see Dragon Ball, and I'm like, it somehow grinds my gear when I see it for some reason.
Yeah, but I also think it's fun that he has like done art for those games like forever as well. He has done a lot, like
and he also did for Chrono Trigger. But that wasn't that like the same studio that made that?
I think it's I think it's Square.
Yeah, it's
So I
Square,
think it's
but
the same.
but is it like the same like the same department, like the same guys who did Dragon Quest, or was it different?
I don't know, because I think it was a mix of, because they had people that have worked on Final Fantasy as well on Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
So it's a mix, I think. But they were a much smaller company, so I think they didn't have separate studios. I don't know how it was back then.
Yeah, should probably look it up somehow.
Yeah.
Haha, Waltz has 69 health. And Leo got 1, 2, 3.
Adventure.
Here's a town. Elfheim.
It's Link.
It's Lonk.
Yeah, Link.
I just don't know what we can do. Please help our prince. Oh, every place has some difficulties. Okay, how much does the inn here cost?
It's kind
100.
of cheap.
Yeah. Pleasant dreams. That's also a thing, the animation of going to sleep is kind of long. It's good that I have the skip button or fast forward button. Let's see, what does the army have? Iron nunchaku. Daggers.
It wasn't that expensive. Crosser, a staff top with, what did it say? With an iron ring. Oh, it's nothing special.
Yeah. It wasn't that expensive. We buy a nunchaku and then let's...
I think we probably could find some new spells here as well.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So don't spend everything.
I probably can go take some time and grind after this episode. Just to get some more armor. I am the sage, when the time is right, the future is revealed to me. I shall wait patiently until then. Here's some armor. Here's some more helms. I should probably buy some leather helms.
Yeah, I think we can get better gear from drops as well. So yeah, you can buy one if you want. But
yeah, I'll just... Alright. Equipment. Optional. Alright. But yeah, when it comes to like gameplay, there's a lot of like modern RPGs. They're like heading towards like making turn-based more interesting that they already are. For example, we have Persona 5, which is a really amazing RPG game, which their combat system is so unique and it's really addicting. Even though it is a turn-based system, they really like twist it and make it so like so much better than what normal turn-based systems are.
yeah, it's fun when they like mix it up. Like, I understand that this is the way it is because they don't want to change the entire like gameplay of the this remake. So I understand why it is how it is, and it's fun to see when people like experiment with their turn-based games right now.
Yeah. It's like, what was it? Octopath Traveler also did some...
Yeah, I have been playing like that, and I have played Bravely Default, and I haven't really gotten into the system because like it's a system in Bravely Default when you can do many turns in the same turn if you want, but then you will be like idle and not do anything for a couple of turns. And it's hard to get around in the beginning because you're so used to like you have a turn, the enemy has a turn, and that's it. And I think it's really fun system, but it's hard to get into.
Yeah, it is.
But it's interesting. Oh, look at the graves.
You see a gravestone. You see a gravestone.
Was it not this?
Here lies Link.
Yeah? Yeah?
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah?
That Easter egg. Oh god, these are really expensive.
I
wait.
need to get back into Octopath Traveler as well.
Yeah, that's a game that I also need to get back into. I think I didn't get all the characters yet, but I think I got some of them. Oh wait, no, I went outside. But I got like half of them, and then I didn't really play more of it. It's like like that game is like there's a story in it, but the story is kind of different, or there's like character stories. I don't know. Is there really like a main story in that game?
What I've heard, kind of, but yeah, it's kind of basic. Like it doesn't really. It's more about the characters in that story than anything else. So it's not like this. Oh, you have all these kind of different plot twists and like this great overarching story that will get together like by everyone's final chapters. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still fun to have like character-driven stories. And
wait, there are 2?
Oh, we have the other magic houses. I think it's lower magic. No, it's 4. What?
Yeah, no one
We
can.
need to get back here later.
Yeah.
We won't be able to afford
here's
it now.
for all. Here it says to all foes. So this is.
Yeah. But these are like quite good spells.
Yeah.
Did you buy any spells, by the way? I didn't think about it.
No, they were like 1,000 gil,
Yeah.
and I have like 600.
But yeah, that's the problem with all these games. I have a long list right now, and I'm just trying to get through it, and it will take the time it takes.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the time to stress over that right now, but yeah, it would be fun to play all these games that you also talk about that I haven't even tried yet. Like I have tried Persona 5, but I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah. And Persona 5 is really good, and I've heard that the Royal Edition is even better, but I haven't had the time or money to buy it again. I think that's like a really sad part that they didn't release they released it as a whole different game and not as an like bonus extra.
Yeah.
For like an addition to the main game.
Yeah, I think it had a lot to do. They have done that before. I think Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah,
but
there again, Persona 4 it was released on the PlayStation 2, and then they released Golden for the Vita, so it's like in a different consoles altogether.
Yeah,
so that was
much later.
Yeah, and so that's kind of okay, but when it's like, what is it, like 2 years apart from the main game and the Royal Edition, and it's released on the same console as well, it feels more like as it would be like a DLC or like an expansion.
Yeah, I agree. But since we are talking about like a long game, like Persona 5, what do you think about RPGs and completing them?
Oh yeah, completing RPGs. It's like completing an RPG. It's not about
like 100%. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. It's like oh shit, I went outside. so like completing an RPG. It's not all about like completing the story. It's always something else you want to do. There are side quests. There are bunch of like grinding, like getting the best armor and weapon and all that stuff. It all depends on the game. Like if it's a game I really like, I'll try to do as much as possible. But I never had this feeling like I need to complete this 100%, because that's just a chore to my like.
Yeah, most games. If it's a game, come on.
Yeah.
Is he really gonna walk that way?
Oh my fucking god.
Come back, please.
This elf right here. He's fucking cocked. Come on!
Go.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
oh yes. That's
Yeah,
cocked.
but yeah, it really depends on if you really love the game and if it's not like taking all of your time. Sometimes if you need to 100% the game, you need to play it again, like multiple times.
Yeah, and this is where like the new game plus things like comes into play.
Yeah, and I think like it can work, but sometimes I don't have the I don't really want story. We can.
Yeah. The prince has slept under Astra's curse for 5 years now. There must be some medicine that can roost the sleeping, but where? Okay, what's the prince said? Do I need to talk to him again? Yeah, okay, it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, we probably need to find someone that knows about that.
I think someone said about some place
to
the west. I think there was a bit...
Yeah, but the like playing games over and over again, it can be tiring, especially with RPGs. If it's like a short game, like 4 or 5 hours or even 10 hours, that's fine. Like if you have harder difficulties, then you probably have the time to play them again and again.
Yeah.
But you also want to play new games. So that's really hard to balance, I think, with trying to complete JRPGs.
Yeah, and I think that's like it depends a lot on the player, on what they think about that. I mean, there are some players that really likes it, like they really
and like this like grind that you have to do a lot and do the same thing. Of course there are a lot of people that like that as well. Yeah,
and the reason why they kept that for like more modern games also is because there's a player base that wants it. And if if you know your community and you know I talked to him twice. But if when you know your community and you know what they like and you know what focus they have for the game, then of course you should have it, in a way, because it's always optional. It's never something that you have to do, in a way, in the sense.
Yeah.
I once took
the you
West.
Can choose yourself what you want to do, really.
Yeah. But
is this what you mean? Not the soul could be found.
So the whole place game is the creeps. I got fast as I could. I'll go west. That sounds like a hint to me.
Let's see.
Oh shit. Wait.
You can probably save as well.
Oh yeah, good call. Let's see here. But yeah, so the grind is never like the thing about RPGs. It's all like we're mentioning, is the optional thing to do if you really like the game. And I know there are people that are like, but it's still there. Well, it's bothering me. Well, learn to ignore it. So,
yeah, I have a problem with that sometimes, but yeah, it has gotten better. Like, I can just put a game aside.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, you had that moment where you had to 100% like every game at some point.
I never did.
Yeah, you never did.
It's only like Telltale games, and those aren't really like long games.
Yeah.
I completed like the first Witcher game, but that was really fun to complete, I think.
I never
it was only like 50 hours.
Yeah, it is. Kind of. Well, I never bothered to finish that game. It was too. I couldn't handle the combat system in that game.
Yeah, it's like click your mouse.
Yeah,
and click it again.
Yeah, and you cannot spam it. You have to like. Time it. Do it like in succession and not to like spam it, and it could really like fuck up the combo if you did it wrong.
Yeah, but I thought that was really fun. But I did not really 100% it, and that's because of one quest in the end of this game.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to gamble in that game with like a mini game when you throw dice, and then I did all the like gambling side quests, and then I got to the king in the end of the story that wanted to battle me, and I failed that, so he disappeared completely, and I wasn't aware that that would happen, so I didn't save beforehand. So the last save before that was like a couple of hours back, and I couldn't bother to redo a large part of the game only to gamble with the king to get 100% in that game.
Yeah, and it's a gamble. It is literally a gamble. So it's like you don't know if you're gonna win or not.
No, you can't know. Like you can't like do anything about it.
Yeah, so if you lose, you lose.
Yeah, and that was so frustrating. But yeah, I say that I have 100%ed it because I won't bother to play the entire game again.
Yeah. Let's see here. Do we find there's a big forest here? Oh god. More names.
And we will see in this game we don't really have a lot of mini games. But we will see when we get like further into the Final Fantasy games. They will get a lot more like mini games that you need to do for like good stuff and so on.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun.
All down
Good
93.
times.
Yeah, but I think like those aspects in a game can be fun too. It's like it's having mini games in a game can, if done right, it can be a way to like be distracted from the main game loop.
Yeah, you're distracted from the main gameplay that you have something else to do.
Yeah, in a good way, that is, because sometimes you don't want to do this really hard boss, and then there's this mini game, and I get maybe this special costume for that one character for completing it. So I think
that's also really fun. It depends on the mini game. Some can be really frustrating, but most of the time you don't really have to do them. So if you find them too hard, then it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what we mentioned before. It's like except for like outside of the story, most of it is like optional.
Yeah.
There are some like side stories for certain characters in some games that are really interesting and really makes the game feel more alive in a world aspect.
Like, I think some side quests in some games, I'm just like baffled that isn't part of the main story sometimes. It's like really important character moments that are in side quests, and I'm like, but everyone should see this about this character.
Yeah.
That's really like that bothers me sometimes.
Yeah, didn't like the Final Fantasy 15, the latest that has been released right now in the Final Fantasy franchise. Didn't they have like a bunch of like side story things happening like outside of the game.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, but that's a whole different story. Like, you need to have watched a movie, you need to have watched an anime, you needed to have. Yeah, now the last part you need to read a book because they never released the final episodes. But yeah, and all the DLC, they happen in the main story, but you don't see them. But now you get them basically for included in the game with the Royal Edition. Most of them, like only episode art in, like the final episode is, you need to buy it. But yeah, that is bad in another type of way. But I really enjoyed it like afterwards, because the game felt a lot more complete when you had everything. But it's it was sad that it took so long for them to make the game feel complete when it was supposed to be like that from the beginning.
Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with like the development of the game. It was kind of in a development hell because of
for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time they like announced it really early, too early, and it was at the beginning supposed to be like a Final Fantasy 13 spin-off game somehow.
Yeah, it was set in the same like world or mythos like Final Fantasy 13, but that never happened.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like this game has gone through a lot in its development, and it has become, for the better or worse, it has become what it is right now, or what it is. But yeah, you can't really help.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was kind of done.
Yeah, nah, but I was thinking about like the game. I was thinking about when it comes to the side quests, like character moments. I was like, it was near Automata, because there you have a lot of side quests, and some of them are really like good for the characters. Like, you get a lot about how the characters act and what they would do depending on a certain situation. And it would have been more fun to have certain things in that game in the main story, but I won't like spoil or anything.
Yeah, and
that was a really good game, like overall.
Yeah, Nier Automata is a special kind of game. It will make you question a lot about life when playing that game.
It's hard to talk about without like
spoiling
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to talk about it without spoiling anything. But if you haven't played it, it's a hard recommendation to play Nier Automata.
Do all the side quests.
Yeah, do all the side quests. Do all of them. I know someone who skipped the side quests and still thought it was a good game, but it's so much better when you do the side quests, because the side quest is what makes the game. I would say, at least. Because the side quest is really that's where the like that's where all the development of the world is, and it really emphasizes on the core aspect of like the main story.
Yeah.
I think I found my place here. Let's see. Western Keep. I should probably save here. Let's see, how much do we have? We are about to...
We are probably about to end soon.
Yeah, we have hit our almost 2 hours right now. But yeah, I think we can go with this place. To this dungeon and then stop right there. Ooh, I know this song.
Yeah, you know this song. I know you do.
Oh my god, it's so good. I'm not seeing random encounters. What is this?
like this place is kind of or this song is kind of a paid homage to in Final Fantasy 14, like a lot of Final Fantasy stuff. So that's where you recognize it from.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Mm.
Let's see, do they have any treasure chest in here, or is there? Do the bat say anything else? Then key. KK. I probably need to get to that door over there.
Yeah, we are getting somewhere, but we will see if you will find your way. But I will stop you if you get too far away.
Yeah. I was tricked by Astos, king of the dark elves, and now my castle has fallen into ruin. If I could only retrieve the crown from the Mars cave, I would be able to restore my castle. Might you bring me the crown?
So we need to go to the Mars cave.
Okay. Then we know. I think this is a good point to... Oh,
no, we're trapped.
You're trapped. Alright. That's it for this episode, I would say.
It has been really fun, I think, to just play and talk about stuff.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thank you all who has joined the stream. And participated in asking questions, and I see that you all have had some good time with reactions from our playthrough also.
Yeah, thank you for all the questions, I must say, they were really good.
Yeah, they're also helping us with coming up with conversations while talking. Yeah. But yeah, this is all for Meteor Podcast this time. We hope that you're having a good evening the rest of the day, or maybe day. We don't know which time you're looking at.
Time zone. Yeah.
Time zone, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube. We don't know. We're gonna upload this on YouTube later on for those who didn't participate in the stream. So see you next time, and oh my god, we didn't think through a outro for this. Now that I think about it.
No, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope we will see you next time.
Yes.
That's all I can come up with.
Yeah. But yeah, see you later, and goodbye.